Great musician and friend, Jimmy Bain, bass player in Last in Line, and of course you know him from his work with Dio and Rainbow, passed away here on the ship last night. And as we remember Jimmy Bain, Last in Line, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey! Thank you for coming out on this really cold night. We're going to remember our friend Jimmy Bain.
A day that will live in infamy, the weirdest day there ever was. The weirdest day at sea there ever was. Yeah, we were, we got to rehearsal and Jimmy was, before rehearsals, Jimmy had told us he had pneumonia. And so we got to the rehearsal and I think we were rehearsing at Mates and I walked in and Jimmy just didn't look well, and he said, mate, I'm on the, I have pneumonia. He said, but I'm on the mend, so don't get too close to me, but I'm on the mend, I'm okay. And I was like, okay. And then we had said, let's cancel. We could just cancel this. We don't have to go do it. And he's like, no, I don't want to let anybody down. And, so we did. We went and did the gig and
he let us down?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that...
No, he didn't.
Is that in poor taste?
No.
That was a Jimmy joke.
Jimmy
would appreciate that humor.
He didn't let.
He's very inconsiderate to go and die on us.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna die anywhere, you might as well do it when there's a bunch of people around you that like you.
Yes, yeah.
And
with your boots on.
Honestly, it was a real pain in the ass for us. Being questioned by the police, and
you look like a criminal. I wouldn't trust you.
Well.
Yep, Jimmy.
It was inconvenient for us, for sure. But I think we couldn't have found a better place for it to happen. He couldn't have had a better place for it to happen because we had a nice big, memorial for him the next day, and we had a beautiful stage set up for him and a built-in audience that didn't have anywhere to go, and. It was nice, and everybody was there. It wasn't a dry eye in the house, I don't think. When we
did he know did he know that he had cancer?
Apparently, he knew.
My point was, did he have an inkling that
Yeah, he knew. He knew. He knew. Somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody overheard him when he got to the boat. When we got to the boat, we jumped out of the van and he got on the phone and he basically said, I made it to the boat. Like he couldn't believe he made it to the boat. So I think he had an inkling of what was going on with his health. And honestly, we did the first show. We did the show at the casino and he just looked terrible, and he was not feeling good. And then he left after the gig. He did the whole gig. He was singing backups. He was, a trooper, he was a real trooper. And again, we all just thought he had pneumonia, so. I remember Vinny saying, I'm going to take Jimmy back to the hotel, and they left and went back to the hotel. And then the next morning I got up, and this is one thing about James Bain, is he doesn't really make lobby call. He doesn't get to things on time. And I should have knew something was up because, I got up, I went to Starbucks and I got my coffee and we were waiting for the van to come pick us up and I said, we had 5 minutes till the van was going to be there, and I said, somebody should probably call Jimmy's room and make sure he's okay, because he wasn't there. And whoever called, he's like, I'll be right down. I'll be right down, Mom. I'm coming right now. And he was on time. And he had color back in his face, and he was happy, and he was cracking jokes, and he was staring at my coffee because I bought a big one, and it was about half gone, and he was staring at it. He said, where'd you get that coffee? I said, it's down around the hallway. And he said, oh, I said, we probably don't have any time to go get one because the van's gonna be here any minute. And he just kept eyeing it. And I said, Jimmy, you want the rest of my coffee? Okay. So I just handed him the coffee because I figured he needed it more than I did, and it was great. So, but he was, same old Jimmy the day before he passed, So wasn't expecting it one bit at all. So, and then that day that was the day Joe lost his voice. Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy lost his life.
Our tour manager passed out.
Better known as Mick Phil.
That's what happened. So yeah, lots of things happened. Somebody was shot in the casino that we played that night.
It's all been off.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And the worst thing that happened is I sang for Def Leppard.
Oh, no. I sang for Def Leppard.
You did sing for
Yeah.
Def. We both sang for. We are both the singers of Def Leppard.
And Eric Martin and Kip Winger.
Well, they did like a poetry reading.
Okay, oh,
it was like
right,
a Def Leppard poetry
and
reading.
Phil Collins.
Yeah. Phil
there were-
Collins
there were
sang.
multiple
Yeah.
lead singers.
Yeah,
for
but
Def
nobody
Leppard.
was watching you guys. They were watching me.
Yeah, I know.
So.
You did a grand job.
Nobody talks about you guys doing it. Everybody talks about me doing it. So. Oh yeah, he came up to me with a set list and he said, "Hey, what do you know?" And I looked at him. I was like, "What do you know, new guy?" You know. So, you're not. Where's Pete Willis?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Jimmy, he only had one tattoo on his body, and it was Last in Line.
Honestly, he didn't pay the tattoo artist, so we had to pay
Yeah.
the tattoo artist, so we had to do the gift.
Do you remember we were going to pay for his cell phone bill too?
We were.
Just so we could find out where he was. Well, that was Jimmy. Anyway, so we started playing with some bass players, and we got this asshole. I don't know. So. Hello. So I'll let him talk.
Well,
He's English, by the way.
thank you. Yes, indeed. Hello. I say. Anyway, and I can't remember exactly. It was either you or Andy called me up and said, "I think we're going to, we're going to keep this going. Would you want to come?" I think it was you.
Don't call him.
Whatever you do,
Whatever you do,
Whatever
don't
you do,
call
don't
Phil.
call Phil.
Don't call Phil.
That's what he said. He said,
Because
I'm
we're not paying his phone bill.
So, I'm just wondering, if I play my cards right here, you might be able to pay like my sewage drainage bill or something, or
Yeah.
We paid your Uber bill last
Uber bill. There you go. In his garage, he'd done a deal with Yamaha, so he got all this Yamaha equipment. Remember, like he had his basses, and he had amplifiers.
You're the first person to tell me about that.
Yeah.
The Yamaha gear.
But he got tons of Yamaha equipment. I mean, he had like a garage wall full of amps, and he connected the whole thing up, and he said to me, "Hey, you got to come and check this out. We'll go in the garage." And everything is rattling in the house. It's the loudest bass. I mean, all these amps are going, and I'm sure the neighbors were wondering what's going on. The garage doors vibrate. Anyway, I think he got golf clubs from them too as well. Possibly
like a jet ski.
And they got like golf cart. I don't know. He got like tons. In fact, I think it's quite funny because after Jimmy Bain, I think they stopped their endorsement program because it's impossible to get anything out of Yamaha now. Anything whatsoever. You just can't get it. Yeah. So that was fun. That's what I remember about the house that he had up there. He had a pool, jacuzzi.
My ex-wife sold
Sauna?
in that house.
Remember that?
What?
Jimmy. Shag pile carpet.
He can hear us.
That was God's iPhone. Well, that's one thing we did pay for was Phil's plastic surgery, so that he would look like Jimmy. So that is absolutely true.
He's also been paying my swab recycle operator on a regular basis.
We tried to like do the whole Paul McCartney thing where we were gonna do this whole, we were just gonna replace him, but nobody, people actually knew who Phil was. We didn't think anybody did.
You mean like Phil buried Paul?
Yeah.
Something?
Phil, yeah. Phil Berry.
It's funny. That's been going on for a long time. Whenever we used to hang out together, people thought we were related, but we had completely different accents, and I was, of course, a lot better looking than Jimmy, and a lot younger. So but that had been a story that had been going for a long time.
I want you to
Some
know,
of the
nobody
pictures-
agreed with you on that, by the way. Nobody, one person agreed with you, but the whole
About
that you look better.
look
You
better?
guys, yeah.
No, I have to keep that in front and center in order to keep myself going
He was a
forward.
pretty sexy guy, but
Yeah, I think I heard that you had some moments together. Yeah.
well, people get lonely.
So there's the answer.
So go ahead. Sorry.
Or as Jimmy would say, white hair and black curly teeth.
Yeah, well, I mean, our heritage couldn't be any more different. I mean, he's from like northern Scotland somewhere, and my ancestry is from
You're from
originally
Brooklyn.
from France. So
You oppressed him.
oppressed him.
Yeah, you oppressed
I'm
him.
not personally, no.
And where's the bass player?
He's asleep.
What bass player?
Jimmy Bob Bain.
Jimmy Bob.
We just
Bain.
finished rehearsals for the cruise thingy.
Can't believe we're all in the same bunk. I'm looking forward to that. So the four of us.
I'm looking forward to the cuddling.
Actually,
aspect of
Jimmy's
that.
got it sweet.
Does he?
We're in the same bunk.
The Jimmy Bob Bain Memorial Suite.
Yeah, the memorial suite. It's on the second floor.
Okay. Strangely, I mean, that goes back to Ronnie days, and Ronnie was the first one to say that there was a couch in the studio in Sound City where we recorded the Holy Diver album, and Ronnie, Jimmy would be drinking Jim Beam and Coke, and he'd pass out on the couch, and Ronnie would say, "Oh, Jimmy Bain Memorial Couch. Remember that? So it became like a running, because wherever Jimmy, or like the Jimmy Bain Memorial Tour Bus Couch, or dressing room memorial bunk. So everything around Jimmy where he would lay his head became the memorial. But this goes back 35 years, so
One time he passed out in the hotel, right by the elevator in one of the floors. There was a nice chair, and he passed out and he was sleeping. So we took the chair and we put it in the elevator. And he went up and down the rest of the night. And the hotel wanted to hire him the next day because it was a great feature. It came with the room. So those are some Jimmy stories.
I stayed with him for about 10 days one Christmas time. And I called out, so I'm coming in. He goes, "Oh, great, you're going to stay at the house?" And I said, "Yeah." So I came up to stay at the house. I was there for 10 days. No more than 10 days, I had to go somewhere else. And it's the only time Jimmy ever got angry. He called me up and he was like pissed. And I said, "What's the matter?" He goes, "You rung up some $600 gas bill or something." And I went, "What are you talking about? I've only been in the house for 9 days." No, you got to pay the fucking bill. So I was talking to the accountant, and then finally the accountant calls me back and goes, no, we figured he hadn't paid his gas bill in 6 months.
That's what I used to sing. Shout to the wind.